Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Y'all get on up in here. I'm just popping on because I'm a little pissed off, but I'm popping on. Y'all come on in here, hit that good like, share, and subscribe button for your girl. Make sure you got your notification bell turned on so you know each and every time that I go live. And if you are catching this on the replay, welcome and thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciate your love and support. Yes. And also don't forget to share the video, become members, 2.99, all of that. We have that 10-minute mark. I will be right back. Thank you. Hello, good people. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday to everybody. Happy Tuesday to you all. Yes, that part right there. Y'all get on up in here. Get on up in here. Yes. But anyhow, anywho. Hello, good people. Hey, Miss Faith. She says, good evening, everyone. Hello, beautiful. Miss Jacqueline says, good afternoon, everybody. Hello, beautiful. Miss Sylvia, Miss Avis, good afternoon, girlfriend. Hey, beautiful. Miss Mary says, good morning, Miss G. And Chat from California. Child, is a morning time over there. Ooh. Miss Jacqueline says, has there been another delay in this month's court date for mail? Child, Miss Immaculate says, good afternoon, everyone. Hello, beautiful. Miss Maria, I thought I told you to go lay down and get some rest. Prayers up for Miss Maria. Um, she's not feeling well, and she's supposed to be in the bed. She might be in the bed. I don't know. But anywho, and prayers up for Miss Denise as well. Prayers up for her. Prayer, Miss Sexy Diva, she's probably at work, but she might pop in. I don't know. Those are my mods. So welcome. Love y'all. Thank y'all for always popping in to support the channel. Greatly appreciate y'all so much. Members, everybody that's joining the live chat to catch the vibe over here. Now, okay. Miss Maria says, good afternoon, squad. It's a G thing. Join the live. It's a vibe. Tap the screen. It don't cost a thing. Subscribe, support, $ G Strickland 8. Super chat and share. Join the squad for $2.99. Enjoy. Miss Maria says, house rules. No CC's names, initials only. Use nicknames for the strike happy. Use creative spelling for cursing. Over here, we agree to disagree. Respect for discourse only. All is alleged. Thank you. And Miss Rosalind, she says, good afternoon, everyone. Miss Maria says, Faith, she says, hey, friend. Jacqueline, hey, friend, where you been? Miss Sylvia, hey, girl, hey. Mary, what's going on in Cali? Yes, Miss Immaculate says, prayer up. Yes, child, prayer is always needed and so good to have. So, yes, prayer up for them. Like I said, Miss Maria, Miss Denise, including myself. Let's just pray for everybody. How about that? Can we just do that? Let's just do that. Let's just pray for everybody. That part right there. But before I get started, child, I got a question for the people. Y'all know that dude. His name is Carmen. He was with Tiffany Haddish. He was with quite a few women. But the word on the curve now is that he's breaking up with is it Jennifer Hudson? Child, what is wrong with this dude? God has not created a female for him. Is that what's wrong with him? Well, I heard a little taste of something else, and I meant to talk about him yesterday, but y'all know how I get when I get to talking about that fool up here on this thumbnail. He makes me sick too. Um, I think he cannot be dealing with the full deck. Something is wrong with this dude. Why you keep running through so many women like that? Is it about being committed to somebody? It can't be that because he dates them for a minute, y'all, like 2 or 3 years or something like that. But then it's like he's gone. I think there's something wrong with Carmen. Carmen, boy, come on up in the closet. Come on up out of there if you in there. Boy, be yourself. Stop messing with these women and their minds. What is wrong with you? You go from woman to woman to woman to woman to woman. Come on out now. It can't be the women. It has to be something going on in your lack of brains. Sure, these men ain't got no sense. They ain't no good. Miss Rosalind says he dated Serena and Erica Badu. Not the Erica Badu. Child, I think he has a 2-year limit. Is that what it is? Child, he leaves these women on. He get them strung out, or whatever. Boys, you packing like that? I needs to know. Miss Jacqueline said, allegedly, everyone knew that Jennifer was being used, in my opinion. Not. Well, then they said the same thing about Tiffany. There was another one. They said he dated. Was it the one that played in Straw? What's her name? Ooh, Miss Maria says he get around in my Tupac voice. Ain't that much getting around in the world. Miss Maria, he's had some high, powerful women in his life. What's the problem? I saw this yesterday, and they was talking about him and Jennifer splitting and stuff. And I just said to myself, it has to be something wrong with this dude. Taraji, yes. If I'm not mistaken, I think they said he dated Taraji as well. But something is wrong with this dude, y'all. It's not them women he's dealing with. I think he got a little secret. That's what the people saying, child. He got a little taste of some secrets, child. Boy, come on up here out of there and talk about it. Put it out on the front street. Yes. Miss Cheryl says, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and have a blessed day. You as well. Miss Jacqueline says he's not faithful. He's not even faithful to his seller. A narcissistic bastard. Lord, that makes me yell, child. I cannot help it. That gets me heated, boy, real quick, child. I cannot with these fools. Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus, y'all. Wherever y'all women are located, Hollywood, when y'all see Carmen coming, run, run the other way, please. There's something wrong with this dude. Hey, Miss TJ's Queen. She says, hey, G and chat. Hey, beautiful. Thank you for popping in to join the live. Greatly appreciate you. Y'all up over here in the bushes being spectators. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share the video. Keep your girl up. Do all of that. All of that. Now, that part. But yeah, y'all see him out there on the street, child. If he smile at you, give him the middle finger and keep on walking as fast as you can. Golly, this dude is crazy. Child, moving forward, because he done got on my nerves already. He's already done got on my nerves. Child, I was up over here last night. I had done took me a little taste of nap, child. And I was tending to the business that pays me. My business. Yes. Hey, Miss Candy Girl. She says, hey, G. Allegedly, Jennifer refused to marry him. Girl, ain't nobody about to marry Carmen with his confused eye. Well, wait a minute, Miss Candy. Didn't he give Tiffany a ring? Didn't he give Tiffany a ring too? Or did Tiffany give him back that ring and he just spreading the ring on down the line? Somebody gonna take it. I'm gonna keep on trying. Boy, go sit down somewhere with that foolishness you got going on. Miss Maria says that TJ's Queen. Hey, should. Miss Maria says that Cheryl was shaking in Seattle. At Miss Candy, she says, what up, Doc? Yes, all of that. But anyway, back to me over here minding my business last night, child. I wants to go. Nail Flesher, and in the words of Tuna Cat and her mama, Nail Flesher, you is a trifling, low down, dirty, stuffy pig. And I don't mean in the blanket. This chick is trifling, y'all. Nell is a gutter snipe too. She just like the rest of them, y'all. Miss Maria says he broke up with Tiffany Pup. Yes, he did. Miss Candy said, gee, will you marry Tiffany? I'll wait. No. Not me. I ain't about to marry her. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No ham. No Sam. No, none of that. Back over here to this heifer. Nell Flesher is trifling, y'all. I think every last one of these people on this stupid ass show had an agenda from day one. But let me just holler at y'all good people. Since y'all think y'all done did something, y'all think y'all have overcome. Baby, you ain't overcome nothing. You think you was laying in that bed for 2 years. The next go round is probably gonna be longer than that. Well, this here thing right here, Flesher, was up over on the Car Lucifer King with Claudia and Dustin last night. I caught a little taste of it, child. I caught a little taste. They could have kept over there somewhere else, child. But I had to hear it. I had to hear it for myself. Well, they get to talking and asking the questions and stuff. I don't know, she all nervous or something. I don't know what's wrong with her. She gets on my nerves too. But anyway, Dustin asked who was not being what is the word? Y'all know the word open. I'm gonna say open, but it's another word that they was using. She first said Kimmy, then she backpedaled Peepop. I'm gonna have to say, Lord, I think I'm gonna have to say Destiny. Maybe Destiny. I always want to counsel somebody. Go counsel yourself and get a clue. Ooh, I don't like that lady, child. That ain't the good part. Then they get transparent. Thank you, Miss Jacqueline. Then they get to asking her about the NDA. Oh, Lord, I got 3 shades of hot then, child, hotter than some fish grease. Oh, I was hot. I said, that hoe right there. That hoe right there. No, she just didn't. Child. In other words, she called her husband dumb, and she called the queen of reality. You know, I can't say it, but in so many words, the person that he was talking to was a wordsmith. Why don't you go try to be a wordsmith? Word about somebody else. You won't word about her being no wordsmith when your ass got kicked off that show. Trifling ass. Oh, I don't like her. She called herself throwing some shot. I said, what? No. Huh? I said, ooh, you low down too. You low down dirty hoe. Oh, I ain't taking it back. I ain't about to take it back. Show ain't. Am not. All of them can go at each other and break their legs and necks and whatever else they want to break, child. I said, oh my goodness. These people had an agenda when they got on that show, child. They had an agenda. I said, she ain't never like Mel. She just like the rest of those people, child. It was whatever she could get out of her and whatever she could get, have Mel to do for her. Well, baby, it ain't going to last. It ain't going to work. Child, they was up there tooting her horn, telling her that the fleshers, that's in my tuna cat voice, the fleshers need a spin-off. We need to see more of the fleshers. For what? She ain't TV material either. Okay, they got the business. Allegedly. Allegedly. But she's nothing that I would want to look at all the time. Child, when it came to Tuna Cat and Kimmy, she really backpedaled a lot. um Kind of chewed up her words and all of that, and I did tell her to go over there and ask Fletcher myself, but I ain't know she was gonna go over there and get in his face like that right there. Girl, why didn't you just say what it was? You should have said, I don't know why she bringing up something 2-3 years ago, whenever they was down there in Atlanta. I knew why we was down there, blah, 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 blah. But no, you sitting there like she trying to make excuses for the situation. I said, I cannot with her. Dude, I mean, it's like whenever these people from this show get up here with Dustin and Claudia, it's as if Carlos has trained them to say, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. You can ask a question, but don't go so gutter with them. Because I know Claudia had some questions for him. She had some deeper questions for Maurice and Marceau too. And Carlos stand down a little bit on Claudia. Don't do too much. Child, I cannot with these folk with they lying tell selves. Them some lying people. She was still up there lying. I'm telling y'all that people said that is Lance's grandbaby, not his baby. And she was still up there talking about it was Lance baby. I said, Lord, I cannot. Miss Maria says, why Mel naming anybody's mouth on this show? I don't know. A lot of them, everybody, well, Martell hasn't called her name either, but they're always going around the circle. And for anybody that watched the show, you already know who they talking about. Yeah, she said, and he's sitting at the table with, somebody that, she said it in a condescending way, trying to throw. Oh, I cannot, child. Hey, Miss Sexy Diva girl. Miss Maria says, Sexy Diva. Hey, my sister Maud. But yeah, she said it like that, child. And I was like, Neil, really? You really about to do this, child? Carlos sitting up there with that fake grin on his face, because in all reality, Nell Flesher, just in case you don't know, and just in case you ain't synced it yet, Carlos don't like you. Carlos don't like you. He sat up there last night and he pretended and he perpetrated for Dustin and Claudia. But when it's all said and done and said, he don't like you, Flesher. Now, how about that? Run and go tell that, wordsmith. Oh, Miss Candy says, Nell knew what Hotel was doing for years. Chris Pillow Talk, still waiting, wanting to be Hotel's friend is crazy word. Absolutely. Miss Sexy Diva says, BB Nell full of ish. That's why I can't stand her fake ass. Girl, I synced it last night, girl. It popped out. It popped out, child. It sure did. And all she running around into my child, you need to stop. Child, it's all over Carlos' face, baby. If you can't see it, girl, you better go get you another set of glasses. He don't like you. God knows. You sitting up there thinking you the queen. You the it. Claudia them did give her a little taste of grace with the Miss Nair. You got to take some time out for yourself, Miss Nair. You can't let everybody dump on you, Miss Nair. Miss Nair, did you get your closet yet? I can't. I don't think I can say that not yet. Carlos, no, 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 not yet, because it's gonna be on the show. Who cares what you got? Now, Miss Jacqueline says, I heard the baby is with his second wife, allegedly. They said that's his daughter. He got a daughter that's 18 years old, y'all. That's who the people said that baby belonged to, child. Child, ain't no folks up there being transparent. I'll be glad when they shut this mess down, because these people think they got something going on. You supposed to be so much TV. Why y'all don't why don't y'all do your own thing? With Carlos, he right there. Go ahead and pay him the money and say, hey, look, I got this idea. This is what I want to do. This is the kind of show I want to run. I've had enough of that right there. You know, a black excellence or whatever it's supposed to be, because we ain't never gonna show no black excellence up there. Don't look like to me. Child, I cannot with them. Miss Cecily says, Chris said it to Melody, who give a about them cheating men. Absolutely. When he get a second wife. Child, I don't know when he got a second wife. I don't know. But those people up there, y'all, for real, they are lying. Them people are telling lies on that show, one after the other, after the other, after the other. And Dustin and Claudia was like, we can tell when you and Tuna Cat is mad, you call Letitia Scott. You say a whole name. Girl, who cares? I just don't like the way she pretended and portrayed to be Mel's friend. I don't like that, y'all. That's low. That is low of the lowest. And Nell, Karma gonna come back around again. And she mentioned something about if her mom was still here, and she got quiet like she was about to cry. Pity party, everybody damn victim on this show. Get on my nerves. Child, you can tell when something is real and when it's not. Child. No, ain't nobody synced the ratings, child. Ain't nobody synced the ratings, and ain't nobody synced that damn Martell hoe. Where's Martell at? Hey, Miss Carla, girl. Hey. Miss Carla, you see Martell? Because I don't think the court synced Martell yesterday either, honey. The people on the YouTube the streets is quiet on the set, honey. Ain't nobody synced Martell Holt nowhere. So now if they done let this here bastard get away again without appearing in this court, child, I tell y'all, they gonna have to shut Madison County Courthouse completely down. Sick of them people. Lance was married and divorced twice. Child. Now, Miss S. Davis now did what she did to come for the queen spot. Low down bundle wearing hoe. Talk about how y'all did Lexus, bitch. Miss Maria says that, Carla. She says, hey, neighbor. Miss Carla says hotel is on the run. Charlie must be on the run. Miss Maria says that, Jacqueline. Oh, really? Charlie, look at here. How you posting pictures of you and what that little boy name? Jungle Boy? Django? What that little boy name? Whatever that child name is, child. I don't even know the baby name. Last I heard, he had about 10. I can't keep up with all that. But I'm getting too old. I ain't about to be worrying about that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But he posting that they out there doing the baseball thing. This is a day or so before court is supposed to happen on yesterday. And all of a sudden you disappear. Martell, where you at? Martell. I cannot. Miss Lawson says there wasn't a court date yesterday. They was supposed to be yesterday. Miss Carla says, hey, Maria and Sexy Diva. Miss Sexy Diva says, hello, Carla. Marcella said he was in court yesterday and had to pay $100 fine, and that's all. What the fuck? Oop, girl, oop. What he pay $100 fine for? Yeah. Rallies of the miles, Miss Carla. Whatever. I don't even care no more. Pay $100 fine for what? I'm waiting. This was supposed to be the custody hearing, people. Party people. That's what it was supposed to be. For the custody hearing. Child, how many times? How many breaks they gonna keep on giving him? Miss S. Davis said, trying to think Spider-Man like Tank. with the baseball that slow bastard can't even talk. Miss Sexy Diva, Miss Sexy Diva. Get over there in that corner, Miss Sexy Diva. I ain't messing with you down there. Miss Marissa, TJ's Queen, really? What the is really going on, child? I'm still trying to figure out pay $100 for what. Miss Carla says seller is lying. We ain't gonna put the name down here no more. We're gonna use a seller or Stella or some child, and I'll figure it out. We the people will figure it out. Miss TJ says no, the DV case. What? Now that sounds like a whole lie. That now make that make sense. That don't even make no sense at all. None at all. There was a trial planned for the DV case. It was a trial. He wanted a jury of his peers and all of that. Why is he paying $100? For what? Child, I cannot with them folks right there. Miss Keith, LOL Rallies of the Miles. Hey everyone. Child, I cannot. It was the DV case allegedly. Miss Sexy Diva says piano teeth to be lying in. Don't believe it. Don't believe the hype. Yes. Miss Marie says, what's it? Keith, hello and welcome. Jacqueline says, no, this was allegedly about the adult tape. Child, make it make sense. Honey. No. It has to be for something else, baby. Well, some people did say a month or so ago that he could have said he didn't want to do that anymore because y'all, if we really think about it and let's keep it a buck, it was almost up for his restraining order, right? The restraining order should have been up. Maybe go back over here and get about 5 more orders to keep him away from you, and make sure you always keep your piece of steel with your baby. Don't be going back out there to them stores and ain't got your piece of steel on your hip. Now, my lady says, I believe that Melody was out of town as well. Child, when there's court case coming on, she's back in town, child. I can't go without. Miss Keith says, LOL, Spider-Man imitating Tank. Hell no. Miss TJ's Queen says, I don't know, but she spoke it this morning on her channel, said they threw all the charges out and he was just charged with communicating threats. What the fuck? See, y'all. Well, why is okay. Y'all got me acting like coleslaw right now. Okay. Wait a minute. I ain't never known nobody pay $100 for communicating threats. What? That don't even sound right. That don't even make no sense at all. Miss Lawson says, no custody hearing is. She says no custody hearing is next month. To case is at the end of August. Miss TJ's Queen says, oh, okay. Why is she the only person that know this information? I've been searching ever since yesterday afternoon, child. I was looking. I ain't seen nothing. I sure did not. Miss Maria says that Lord says, she says, hey, beautiful. Miss Carla says, well, my internet aunt, Miss Van, wrote a book about my internet nephew, Tank. It should be on Amazon. Henrietta. Hello, darling, and welcome. Everything Martell moved, I guess every time Martell moved the revenge porn case, Mel moved the child custody case. They're going to use that information for child custody. That's exactly what I thought. I don't know what this $100 was supposed to have been for a child, but can somebody please make it make sense? The lies. That's right, Miss Carla. The lies. That don't even sound right. I had to go down there to Huntsville. God, daggone it. Martell can't get out of the revenge porn case because the DA has taken over. Well, it look like to me, Martell about took the DA down. What the fuck? Where's the DA? It don't look like he's doing too much of nothing to me, child. Miss Jacqueline says, nah, I get it. Folks were saying that Mel needs to get new attorneys. I said that some time ago, too. Miss Lawson says, I found the information on Madison County website. I found the information on Madison County website. And what did that say? You said he paid $100 too. And that's it. That's all. Sure. Ms. Lawson says those folks are straight line about a 109 fee. What the? See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Child, these are the devils, and they working together. Let's say this, let's say that, let's say this, let's say that. Let's make them think we mad at each other. Let's do this. I'm about sick of these folks. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of these people, y'all. Miss Maria says that Carla, my G baby's obvious absolutely love for me to read Van's book about the banana tree. Our hotel was already convicted. Absolutely. I'm still waiting. Who put that $100 down there? I'm waiting. I am waiting. What was the $100 for? Child, y'all know I was 3 shades hard. I ain't even set no time for the live, child. I'm about to bust up here and see if the people have seen or heard anything. Because, girl, it is quiet on the set out there on the YouTube street when it comes to Martell Holt. So I said, well, let me just go live and see if Martell going to come over here and tell me anything. Martell, I'm about to hit you up over there on your IG in just a little taste. Mary, it's not male lawyer, it's the judge. The lawyer can't move forward unless the judge move forward. Okay, so what about the DA? Can't the DA say, okay, enough of this skit? Child, the people said this fool ain't even took no psych evaluation. He ain't done nothing that he was ordered to do. Make it make sense, child. Martell Holt got somebody in the palm of his hand, child. He knows, sprinkling some juice or something around there by the courthouse at the door or something, child. I'm just trying to tell y'all. Miss Maria says that, Mary, that's what I've been saying. The lawyers can only do what the I guess the judge allows. What the judge can't read. He ain't seen all this mess back and forth. 3 months, 3 more months, 3 months. Man, we're gonna be 20 years in a few minutes with just this one daggone. Child, I know Mel wish she would have listened to her mom. This is a whole fool right here. And if any female is involved with this clown and think he's over it and think that he loves them or care about them, y'all can cancel that because he don't care about nobody. Y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe. All of that. Miss TJ Queen said the kid's gonna be grown and gone by the time they go to court and get a resolution. Say it again. That lady is not telling the truth. They're not letting him get away with this. Also, she can bring new evidence in. He showed the tape to the cast. Ooh, child, yes. Orzak, hello and welcome. Miss Stacey says, tap that like button, please, and thank you. Consider joining for $2.99. It's a vibe up over here. Child, I tell y'all. Child, I'm just trying to figure out how he was out on the Instagram the other day, and now you can't hear not word one about him. Nothing. You don't even hear him saying he's a good father no more, child. That ought to tell the people something. On a serious note, all jokes to the side, I think he's crashing out again for real, like crashing out real bad. There's something wrong with this dude. He's just like Carmen, y'all. They need to be put away. They need the hands. Where they put the hands at, in the front or the back? Let me see. They need to hug themselves. Okay, so yeah, they need to hug themselves and go on and sit them down somewhere. Let them people get the help that they need. 40 of y'all need to hit that damn like button with y'all watching asses. Miss Sensitive, I am not messing with you down there today. I ain't about to do it. Miss TJ's Queen says, I think he's bipolar. He's bipolar plus some other polars. Miss TJ, to tell you the truth. Miss Maria says just as nice as she can. She says, hey, bush campers, y'all ain't right. I'm going to need 40 of y'all to pop out and tap the screen. It don't cost a thing. Hit that damn like button, y'all. Y'all keep coming up over here for being on spectations and stuff. All you can do is hit the like button. How about subscribe to the channel or become a member? Since you're over here, do something. Sexy Diva said, yes, Miss Sexy Diva. We said send up some prayers for Miss Denise. Yes, absolutely. Miss Mary says, I believe people are just making up lies about this case. If Mel hasn't has not anything, I don't believe it. Mel speaks a subliminal. Pay attention, people. Yes, absolutely, she does. And she hasn't come out and said anything. I haven't even heard none of this that they were saying. I'm still trying to figure out pay $100 for what. I'm stuck on $100 right now, child. Hey, Miss Salt Light. Hey, girl. Hey, beautiful. She says, hello, everyone at work. Listen. Miss Maria says, at married that part. Yeah. I just don't think he showed up for court yesterday, y'all. I don't believe he went. I hope they go pick his ass up, lock his ass up. That's what he need. Enough is enough. Child, I'm trying to find Martell, Miss Salt Night. Trying to find Martell Holt, child. He done got quiet since he had the baseball and the gloves out there trying to promote that little, what that little boy name? Truck driver, Riley's or Rollins or Springfield. Whatever the child name is, child. I don't know the little boy name. I ain't about to be trying to figure out all them names. They done gave that child, honey. What was it? Coleslaw Jr.? Rallies of the miles. Then they flip. I don't know. I don't know. Miss Marie. Y'all, I don't know the baby name. I don't know his name. He's just trifling. He's a low life child. These people is some low down. There's some low down, dirty people in Huntsville, y'all. These people are scums of the earth. They not little Timmy Holt. Girl, where you get that one from? Miss Keith said, little Timmy Holt. Girl, I ain't never heard that one. Ooh. Miss SD says, piano TP line all day, every day, funky, dirty teeth. Hope. Miss Diva. Not the Spider-Man. Now, see, that's too many names. I ain't trying to keep up with all them names y'all got. I ain't about to do it. Miss Maria says, hey, sexy, how you really feel? Miss Sexy Diva. Miss Sexy Diva. Let me tell y'all what's going on, Miss Sexy Diva. Miss Sexy Diva is still caught up in her feelings, and I get that way too. Because you see, when they was talking about our internet, our nieces and nephew, child, nobody didn't feel no ways tired about it, child. Nobody didn't say nothing. Nobody. Everybody was right and carrying on. Miss Sexy Diva still caught up in her feelings. I ain't mad at her. Miss TJ says, I hope she is lying. I just ran across her channel this morning, so I pray she is lying. Child. Well, Miss TJ's Queen, let's take it back to whenever the court cases about the kids were supposed to be sealed and all that stuff. Y'all remember that where them people would add, subtract, multiply, divide when it came to those court docs? They said whatever they wanted to say, put up there, whatever they wanted to put up there, and had the actual paper in their hand, and they still added, subtracted, multiplied, and divided. So now I'm gonna wait for some subliminals to pop out. That's the best I know to do, child. Don't know nothing else to do, child. Miss TJ says, I remember. Miss SSD says, yep, they talked about the Nuggets. So all them ugly ass kids can get it. Miss SSD, you is on 10. I ain't messing with you today. Child, I cannot. But that is the truth. They did all of that. Those kids, they won't bother nobody. They did not. And Miss Maria says, as sexy, not ugly. Child, Miss Sexy say, I'm still in my feelings behind all of this, child. Still in her feelings. But yeah, Martell Holt, come on up here. Martell, please come over here for a minute. Child, all this stuff you're doing, you think you hurting somebody, this stuff, that's why you can't prosper. You right steady trying to throw that little boy at somebody. You trying to throw that little boy at somebody. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's all over, Martell. It is over. Why you can't process the over? OVER. It's over. Sign the damn papers, Martell. Child ain't never seen nobody that self-sabotaged their whole entire life like he did. As if he wanted it to be over. And now that it's over, he don't want it to be over. Make it make sense. What do you want, ninja? Miss Maria says, leave not wherever he is. I don't need him playing in my face, not in the face. Child, that's how come them scouts gonna be playing in his face when they let him know you what they say he got some mental issues or something now. Child, he really about to be pissed off with them when they get to telling him that. I'm gonna see what he do. Gonna sit there and look like it crazy. Miss Jacqueline says, remember he was already charged, but he appealed. Absolutely. We know all of that. But what is the problem? Why they not moving forward with this? Y'all, okay, I got a question. So it's almost up. It's almost a year with even with this appeal thing. So then what's gonna happen? They're gonna start all over again? I don't think so. The it's looking like to me they trying to wait for this mess to run its course so they can throw it out of the daggone court. Y'all, I wouldn't let them throw nothing out the court. This is my story. This is what happened to me, and y'all about to work with this here. Miss Maria says that Jacqueline, he was convicted. You can't appeal unless you have been convicted. Yes, child. I don't know. It's sad. It don't take this long for no custody trial. It don't take this long for no RV, DV, SV. It don't take that long for none of that stuff, y'all. Miss Candy says the conviction stands. Well, Miss Candy, if the conviction stands, then that means it's almost over with. And the restraining order is almost over with. Y'all, it's almost a year just with that by itself. I think he's trying to let it run out, let it run its course. And then he don't have to go to no trial. I think that's what Martell Holt is doing, y'all. And it looks like that's what the courts is doing too. Everybody just playing the same old game, child. It is what it is. Child, they don't care nothing about the colored girls. Let's just say that. It looks like they just really don't care about the colored girls. Miss Jacqueline says, sorry, I meant convicted. But yeah, it's sad that those people down there, child, I wouldn't live, child, I ain't going down there to Huntsville. Child, they don't do right down there. This here mess should have been over a long time ago. You don't think he missed riding in that Range Rover? He only had one ride in that G-Wagon. One and done. Y'all think maybe that's what it is, child. I don't know. I want the boy to go get some help. I need him to go to court like he's supposed to go. Child, him and Destiny, Mel and LeBert gonna be in the courtroom on the same daggone date at the rate they going. Toss it here, toss it there. I cannot. But child, we waited so long for the month of August to get here, not only for my birthday, but for this court date to arrive. And look, it's just looking like we still stuck. We still at a standstill, just waiting for something, any little kind of sign. We ain't getting nothing, y'all. We ain't getting nothing. Miss Sensitive says, I can't stand funky feet, sour, bald head, no red bottom bit. Miss Maria Sensitive is on 5,000 up in here today. Child, she's Miss Sensitive, is you mad? It sounds like your little taste of mad. Child, I cannot with Martell, y'all. This is just too much. Oh, but there's nothing on the internet, child. I ain't seen nothing. Ain't nobody talking about nothing pertaining to Martell and this daggone court, child. Nothing. The Salt and Light says, I misses it. What did Piano Teeth say? And who is Piano Teeth? Well, Miss Salt and Light, I have to tell you actually who that is on the low, but she said that Martell Holt went to court yesterday. He just paid $100 fine. I don't know what the $100 was, and everything else was thrown out, dismissed, and all that stuff. That don't even sound right. About the RV case and all of that stuff. That don't sound right. I'm not about to buy that one. No. Miss Marissa is a G, and I'ma let Sexy Diva go right on ahead. Miss Maria Sexy Diva is wide open today, girl. Somebody has done made her mad other than Martell Hope. Miss Mary says, Miss G, my birthday is tomorrow, August the 20th. I give God all the praise. Girl, you better go ahead on and shout it out. Woo woo, happy early birthday to Miss Maria. Y'all show Miss Maria some love. Happy birthday, beautiful to you. Yes, it's just a blessing, child. I was so glad to see my number 57 come through, child. I said, Lord, I sure thank you. And I tell the people all the time, if he don't never do nothing else for me, child, he has done us a plenty. And I thank him. Yes, Miss TJ Queen, what you laughing at me? Child, I tell you, Miss Maria says that Miss Mary, happy birthday blessing, sis. Yes. And Miss Salt Knight says, happy birthday, Queen. Absolutely. That is so true. That's a blessing, child. But y'all, I don't know what is gonna happen, child. I'm starting to get that feeling again, like he's like, y'all remember back when they were saying he's so dangerous, he's so dangerous, he's so dangerous, he's a loose cannon, he this, he that, and then I heard somebody saying we already know this. It's not even the kids he want. He don't want Mel. He want her money, y'all. It's about the money. And how you gonna have somebody to pay your ass some child support? You bald headed bastard. Child, I wish I would. Child, something ugly just almost like came out my mouth. But I ain't about to say that. And I'm not about to put that in the atmosphere, child. I'm not going to do that, child. Well, you wouldn't get not 1/4 from me. Miss Mary, Aunt Mary, thank you so much. Miss Sexy Diva says, Piano Teeth needs to go find her husband, leg drunk, fish-eyed fool. Child, is Esther from Fred Sanford up in the chat. That's all he want custody of. Is Mel, Miss Maria. But that girl over there, she got to be the biggest fool. She ought to be asking him right about now, since they supposed to be so in love with each other, and he's supposed to get the ring. If she continues to do what he wants her to do, she should ask him, why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep playing with the court? When are you gonna let this go? It's over. She ain't got enough. The blind leading the blind. Miss Jacqueline says you might not want to speak on it, but DC uh, is now over unnecessary. Maria says a sexy diva. Is the leg still missing? See, I cannot with them too. Miss Candace says he's not getting any money for Mel. Mel is a meticulous, and I'm sure the records of everything she covers for those kids. Child, he makes me sick sitting out there trying to brag about putting that hold down shareable side chick talking about some daggone nursing school. What did you buy your kids for going back to school? We'll wait. What'd you buy them? What'd you take them school shopping at? Ben I had been over there at the Goodwill. Where you go at? Oh, probably was at the Goodwill because he said they so spoiled. You just jealous and a hater, fool. Mm, 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 mm. Child, this is disgusting. My heart is sad again. I need him to sign them papers. He won't sign them papers. I thought he was gonna sign the papers, so I wouldn't have to go down there to Huntsville. Miss Faith be over there waiting to meet me and say deal. Miss Maria on standby to come get us, just in case we need her to come get us. Martell lies every time he open up his mouth. Still lying. Miss Sensitive says, yep, ever since Aunt Natty told her she was going to whoop that ass, it at Maria LOL. Oh my God, that was a showdown that day. That was a showdown. I said, woo, child, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Woo, the girls is fighting. The girls was fighting, y'all. I said, well, what is really going on? Child. Miss Kennedy says he has to have a house with at least 45 bedrooms for those kids. But would he pay for it? You must be gonna give it to him, Miss Candy. You gonna give it to him? Miss Candy, you gonna give it to him? But y'all, it's so weird, y'all. People used to be talking about where Martell lives at and stuff now. Nobody knows where Martell lives at. It's like quiet on the set. Everything is like closed lip. Ain't nothing popping out about where Martell is at. And if y'all seen some of the clips that they be showing, we'll never see Martell at his house. Where is he staying? Child, like it not. Miss Jackson says DC is in overload with unnecessary law enforcement. Miss Maria says, not just saying something to be talking. I think for sure, and two things. One thing for sure, and two things for certain. Not ain't got the money to put her in school. And secondly, that bird ain't even been accepted. Mm. Miss TJ's Queen says, Morel, not Morel, lives with Marlene. She done gave him a new name down here, child. She done gave him a whole new name. Child. The people say he's just trying to wear her down. He trying to see who's gonna get tired first. It ain't about who money is the longest, but it's so dumb and so stupid. He said it one time, and that's it. That's all. Paying the courts all this money. But why don't you just sign the damn papers and give up? Throw your hands up and say, I effed up. I thought I was the man, but I see I'm not the man. She got her foot on my neck, and she won't let me breathe. I give up so I can breathe. Can you just do that for us, dude? God dog it. It says Steve says he in that broke down house that the garage bigger than the house with is. He can't be there. Bald head, yellow teeth ass. He can't be there, Miss says Steve. That girl is over there. Miss Candy says Alabama A&M don't have a nursing school. Where is she going? We'll wait. I don't know. Miss Maria says at TJ's Queen, I thought they said Marlene lives in a senior community. That's the case. He can't live with her. Not supposed to be in there. But where is he at, y'all? Nobody knows where Martell lives at. After that Chris Fletcher extravaganza, that was it and all. Child. He is so sickening. He don't want her to have no peace. He don't want her to date and none of that. Couldn't be me, honey. God knows it couldn't be me because I pull a daggone Jennifer Lopez on that ass. Enough is enough. And Josh, when she showing us spank that ass like it needs to be, he don't go on somewhere and sit down. He give her everything she want. Might have to go to jail for a little bit. Baby, don't go to jail. He ain't worth it going to jail. But honey, something gonna have to give here. Now, this is tiresome. Marissa says, Steve, I believe that I know Bird ain't staying there without him. TJ's Queen says, oh, okay. She can't stay there. Where's she going when the children come? They say to get the kids every other week. Miss Candy says he live in that garage house and likely puts cabbage out when the kids come over or they only visit in the daytime. And that should be another thing that the court is sick of. Uprooting those kids. Them courts down there, that they ain't got the kids' best interest at all. They don't, y'all. Child. They better hope nothing don't happen. That's all I know. It's just stupid. For them to even have to deal with somebody like this. Them kids didn't ask for all of this stuff. They didn't ask for it, but he got to throw everybody in his extravaganza like somebody told him to go out there and do what he was doing. Make it make sense, somebody. Oh my goodness. This is too much. Miss Maria says, y'all remember the YouTube screech said he was only getting daytime visiting a while back? Yeah, but to hear Chris Fletcher said the other night, he told Lance that he got them kids every other week. That's what Chris told Lance. I mean, I don't know. But I heard Chris Fletcher say that. Miss Carla says hotel is squatting on somebody's not on somebody's property, honey. He just cannot just do that. Just stop the lie, says that Lorsy Jones. What is the website, if you don't mind me asking? She said it was the Madison County Courthouse website or something like that. Miss Steve says, I heard in the streets that BBL Nell Godson was talking ish about D Nasty on Instagram. Not the Instagram. What did he say, girl? She was stanka dank dank. Child, there ain't no way you can be dishing and dabbing with all these men and you ain't walking around with a little stanka da dank dank dank. Y'all can't get me to believe that. Who she stink? What is that? Child, I cannot. Miss Maria says, Flesh don't know. Plus, that was filmed at the beginning of the year. Miss Candy says, may I have those kids all the time. Chris Fletcher, is lying or never lie. See what I'm talking about? Lord, I know he was a cheater, and I don't know why I didn't want to put it on him to be such a liar like he is. All them folk, they can't none of them folk call Martell a liar. They lie just as bad as Martell do. Every last one of them, females and all. Everybody. Miss Maria says her pH balance is probably not the negative. Child, not the whole negative. Miss Carla says that Godson said people need to stop pillow talking on and off the what? Child, I cannot. She ought to be feeling real stupid right about now. On and off the show. Miss TJ Queen says all of them have fake storylines just for a check, child. You know what? If he gonna give it to him, child, he should go ahead and give it to him. He should go ahead on and give it to him. Hey, Miss Annette from California, how are you? All of them. Okay, read that one. I don't know Fletcher's lying, but I don't doubt that Knox has lied to him about the custody. Probably so. Mm, 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 mm. Probably so. He digging up some old stuff. Hey, Miss Patricia, she says, hey, y'all, what did I miss? Girl, we've been trying to find Martell because trying to figure out what happened in the courtroom yesterday. Miss Steve says, I can't stand Chris cheating as you did nothing for your daughter, funky bitch. Ooh, child. Ooh, child, Miss Candace. Miss Davis is cool. Miss Candace says, regardless if hotel don't answer to the DV appeal, Mel should get that restraining order extended. Extended. Yes. Maria says that, Annette, hey, and welcome. And Patricia, she says, hey, girl, hey. Yes, all of that right there, child. All of that. I mean, enough is enough, child. I will have to be at this point. You know, I just want to be free. I want to go on about my business with my life and my children. Come on, dude. Sign the papers, dude. I gave you what you wanted. But Knox, they don't like for you to leave them. They want to be the one that do the leaving. So he's hung up on that. He just stuck, y'all. This dude is stuck, and he gonna make everybody else be stuck. That's affiliated or all the people all over the world that seen the show, child. We stuck because we waiting for the final. Sign the damn papers, Martell. God darn it. Miss Sensitive says Chris scared of Funky Feet because that bastard going to tell his secret called his wife a side chick in his face, and he didn't say nothing. Ooh, cha. Miss Mary says that Candy. I'm sure she has. The internet streets is saying that is Lance's granddaughter, not his daughter. Yeah, that baby is his granddaughter. Miss Maria says, hey, Push Campus, I'm gonna need 10 of y'all to pop out and tap the screen, subscribe, support, share, and join the squad for $2.99. Please hit the like button for me, y'all. Please hit the like button, please. Miss Candy says he is living in a state of delusion. Yes, Miss Lorson says September the 23rd, RP case, custody case, afterwards in October. Okay, so what was we waiting for in the month of August? He just had something that, and they said it was put off until August. Child, I'm so I cannot. Miss Patricia says, have y'all seen how tall Tank has gotten? He's taller than Mel and his sisters. Yes, he's the man of the house. Now that's another thing that's pissing him off. Pissing him off. This child, Maria says at sexy. Well, Nell was a side chick. She sure was. All of them. I wouldn't even. Well, Tuna Cat was a damn side chick too. Y'all want to keep it a buck, and she's a side chick too. Won't he with Martho? Won't Martho with the cousin first, or Sunday gonna buy it? Child, I don't know. That makes me sick. These people lying. I just want this show to go away because I'm sick of it. And Nell Fletcher really pissed me off last night. I can't stand her. Child, you gonna need you. You lost a real one. You gonna need her again, Nell. You gonna need her again. Cause I'm telling you, if you thinking Kimmy and Tuna Cat gonna be your friend, girl, you better go find you somebody else. Miss Carla says, did y'all see Melody new commercial with the school bus? No, not yet. Miss Candace says, maybe the case was postponed again. Those were not the last court dates. Um, Miss Candace, the last time he was supposed to go for the RV, it was like 3 months ago, I thought. And it was supposed to be put off for this month right here. Y'all come on now. I know it's hard for us to keep up. Miss Denise says, hello everyone, can't tap individually. So hello everyone. Hey, Miss Denise, hope you're feeling well. Miss Lorsey says, August was the custody case old date. Lord have mercy. Miss TJ's Queen said, Nell is a dirty bitch. Well, just tell us how you really feel about the Flesher. Nell Flesher. Miss Candy says, sadly, people are sneak watching the show. Ratings come out late this evening. Yeah, it does. You know, some people was talking about, I catch clips. As far as sitting down looking at the show, I don't do that. I catch the clips, and I might hear something that somebody else is talking about, and I pick it up from that part right there. But to actually watch the show, but Miss Candy, we're trying to, let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe people didn't understand or comprehend whenever what is it, Heart and Hustle was coming on. Everybody was like right there, and they said that the numbers was crossing over whenever they was like doing a like the commercials or promos or whatever the hell, whatever they call themselves doing. And you know, I know Carlos is glad that you know, his show come on first and then that show come on afterwards. You know, if that's the case, you know, he think he's still winning, but you know, he may say so, but God said no, no, no. He about to shut this mess down. Enough of these demonic spirits being up here on this TV, y'all. It's just too much. Miss Patricia says, now trying to blame Mel for something Chris said out of his mouth. He said what the fuck he said. Come on through, Miss Patricia, and put it out there for Flesher. That part right there. Miss Maria says that Miss Denise, hey, my sister Maud, prayers up. Absolutely. Miss Sensitivity says BB Nell wants to be Melody so bad, side chick, old bitch, getting surgery to keep cheating Chris from looking at the young ladies, not the young lady. Yeah, because that's what she told him last night. She had to get the girls done. So she was down there at the ATL getting the girls done. She said she don't care who know her business. It is what it is. Well, child, if you want to get the girls perky, get them perky for the Flesher. All I know. Child, I cannot. Sometimes I cannot even fool with my own self. Hey, Miss Sonya, beautiful. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for always popping through. Miss TJ's Queen says, I don't look at the show at all since Mel left. Miss Maria says, are we sure it ain't after dark with G Squad? It's on and popping in the chat. Child, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, what have y'all been into today? Miss Patricia says that Cannon, not me. I have not tuned in for any episodes and won't. No, you can, I'm just telling you, you can just catch the little clips. Now people be talking about it. If I see something interesting, I'll listen to what they saying, child. Especially when it comes to that lying ass Tuna Cat. And her ninja ass mama, they're thinking she know it. Child, go sit down somewhere. They told me you done got kicked off again. Done got booted off again, honey. Miss Patricia says that Candy not okay. Miss Candy says the numbers went up. They were warned about the Heart and Hustle start time 2 weeks ago, but okay. Okay. And Maria says that Sonya, hey girl, how's the hangover? That's right, Miss cause Miss Sonya was tossing them back. Miss Sonya, was it your birthday yesterday? And we missed it. Miss Candy says, me either at Patricia T. Sonya says, hi Maria, Sexy D, Mr. Denise and Candy. Maria says, I just picked up stuff on the YouTube streets. Yeah. Miss Paula says, hello everyone. Hey, beautiful, how are you? Miss Candy says, gee, it's always fun. Thank you, Miss Candy. But y'all, I cannot. Y'all get to yelling, y'all. Y'all not get to let yelling when I get to talk about that Martell Holt. Won't sign the papers up. Ugly bastard. It gets on my nerves. Miss Science says, gee, I was lit yesterday with those good margaritas. Girl, I hope you had a good old time. Did you sleep well last night? Because if I would have had one, I would have been still probably rolling over right about now, girl. But y'all ain't nothing wrong with it, honey. As long as you was home and you went out there on the highway and you were safe, child, we good with it. Do what you do. Miss Sexy Diva says, I don't watch like drag them demons. Mm. Miss Kenny says, hi, Sonya. Child. Mm, 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 mm. Just a whole mess. But yeah, y'all, I had to come up here and speak on Nell because I don't like that, y'all. I had high hopes for Nell, and then I kind of didn't like what Claudia was saying. You know, like the people in the chat was giving Nell hearts and all of that. Like her fan, like she got some big fan. But where your fan base at, Nell? I'll wait. Where your fan base at? Where your people's at? You let them folks talk to you about getting what they call that, a spinoff, and you get over there and get spinned on. That's what's gonna happen. Carlos don't like her, y'all. He ain't about to get her no damn spinoff. They supposed to be getting a spinoff a long time ago. Still ain't got it yet. Mm-hmm. Child, when I synced Neil Flesher in the flash last night, I said she been scheming ever since she got on that show. And then Carlos gonna say he had asked her about joining the show some time ago, but she said no. No, she was sitting back studying the queen of reality. That's what she was doing. Call herself sitting back studying Mill. And y'all still ain't got it down. Y'all still don't have it. Man, you not, these people ain't TV material, y'all. These folk ain't. They not. Child, let them do what they gonna do with Martell. And she was lying too about that girl coleslaw. Neil Flesher was lying again. That was another lie. Child, people can tell a lie so good and make you question your own self. Trying to say she didn't know Martell girl. Yes, you did, you lying hoe. Baby, you getting older now. So when Chris Flesher come over here in my inbox, I'ma holler at him, y'all. I sure am. I'ma say, what up, dude? You down in the Huntsville area right now today? Let me know when you gonna hit like the middle way. I holler. Nell, I got hands too. Everybody got some hands. But since you don't care and you think everything is so funny, all them people knew. Every last one of them people knew about Hotel from day one. And they played in that lady's face. Ain't that something, y'all? They've been playing in her face for the longest time. And she was crying on them people's shoulder. That's why I tell y'all all the time. Everybody that grin in your face don't like you, honey. Y'all better take heed of that. Everybody that grin in your face don't like you. No, they sure don't. Miss Carla says Melody was the one that got Nell back on the show. Remember, Carl Lucifer had fired Nell. Clock that T. You already know I done clocked that T, Miss Carla. I remember what Mel said. She had to go over there and talk to him for hours at the time. Hours at the time to get her short ass back on the show. I told y'all Carlos don't like her. And he's tolerating Chris. He don't like them. I don't know if it's that he think they got more money than the rest of them or what. Ain't that the truth? Hey, Miss Healing girl. Miss Healing, how you doing? We need some healing up over here. Child, the folk over there, not over here, I meant, but the people over there on that man's child, them folk need some healing because they ain't no good. They is some trifling skank-a-dank-danks. That's what they is. Child, Miss Paula said that part. What was I saying? Because I get off track in a hot minute, child. You driving. You on the Mustang? Lord, she behind Mustang Sally again, y'all. Miss Healing, don't you be out there speeding and carrying on. And don't put nothing else in this in chat. You out there driving. Lord have mercy. Lord, that Mustang. Child. Child, when Miss Healing get in that Mustang, y'all better get off the highway. All I know to tell y'all better make room because she's about to be coming through. Child. Miss Maria says that Carla, I remember Mel said that she spent 2 hours talking to production for the Fletchers back filming after Nell called Mel crying. Show did. Show did. 2 hours or more. Mel said that on her live. And then you get back on the show and you act just like everybody else. You got that daggone dagger and you went deeper into the back. You went deeper and you think you got away. Honey, you ain't got away. You gonna cry more than that. That's like I'm tuning cat up there talking about what your stepdaughter said about your crazy ass. Quite the good stepdaughter putting all the business out there, child, and dusting them over there talking about, well, hopefully, we can see more of your stepdaughter and blah blah. That girl ain't even on the YouTube no more, child. That girl is gone. She gone somewhere, child. I ain't seen her up there. I ain't seen her, child. Sellouts. That's what they is. Sellouts. It didn't take Kimmy them a lot to get Nell to flip. It did not, because she had already flipped. She just wanted to be up on that show, try to pick up some things from Mel, who that somebody was saying like she producing in her head. These people trying to copy and paste and beat her. Y'all just stop doing that and just be yourself. You want to be on this stupid ass show? Miss Maria says that healing. Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? Child. A hot mess. Mm-mm. I cannot stand them people. Mm, 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 mm. Uh, mm, Lord, that sexy dude done got back in here again, child. Let me see what she said. Um, Miss Sonya says at healing, she says hi. Miss Candy says, wonder does Mel ever run into any of those scoundrels around town, child? Miss Carla says Nell's first mistake was when she started hanging out with Cloudy. Miss Sexy says that's why Mom Van checked that 20 bundle West Side chick, and she said, and she couldn't say anything. A user. Miss Maria says, I wonder how they can stand themselves. I do too. On a serious note, y'all, I really do. Miss Patricia says Nell should have told D Nasty not to worry about what's going on with her family and focus on getting one of her. That would have shut it all down then. Miss Hiller says Melody is laughing at them. Yeah, if she's not, she should be, because they're gonna see it again. They all think they did something. And then these people, they don't even like each other. All three of them witches up there. Take the W off and add the B. Make it a capital one at that. They fighting to be the queen of the reality show and ain't got it. They should be embarrassed because of something you racing and trying to be something that you're not off of somebody else's platform, somebody else's hard work, and they back. Mel built that. Come on. And y'all might well get y'all said, this is Mel, this is Mel, this is Mel. Oh, you is trifling, child. That chick is low down, child. Don't stay up here on this show and mess around and ruin your little daycare and all that little mess you think you got going on. That's what Carlos is gonna mess around and do to you. Keep on playing with him. Keep right on playing with him. Maria says Mel probably don't give them a second thought. I hope she don't, Miss Maria, because it does hurt when you do something for people and you don't have to do it and you go out of your way and this is the thanks that they give you. It can bother you. um Miss Candy says right at Maria, that lady has four kids to feed and she tried to bring them all along. She sure did. Right down to wildebeest, child. Y'all know wildebeest is still hot. Y'all know wildebeest is still hot after Mel City they made all that money on a truck that had some flat tires. Y'all, I say, well, wait a daggone minute. Where they do that at? Child, Mel made a lot of money out that daggone truck. And wildebeest probably ain't even came close to it. Child, I know she is three shade hot. That's another strike. Cause she already was mad cause she said talk about her food and ain't never tasted her food. Child, ain't nobody trying to go down there to the hospital. There ain't nobody trying to get sick. Food poisoning and everything. Yeah, them potatoes out there is hot. Girl, the sour cream done got sour all over again. Y'all ever known sour cream to research? Child, it be me crazy. Child, if this show wouldn't have never come on this TV, y'all, I wouldn't have never known nothing about no Huntsville, Alabama. Child wouldn't want to know nothing about Huntsville, Alabama. I know they got to be some decent people down there. There has to be some decent people other than Mel and Miss Van them down there. Well, they're not originally from there, but y'all know what I'm saying. Child, I cannot wait to see the people talking about wildebeest going at Marbury Marlene. Better yet, Marbury Marlene can go at wildebeest and Flesher. Nell Flesher. Tuna Cat got that lady Flesher. I said, who's she talking about? Uh Tuna Cat said, I told Tim I don't know about the Flesher. I said, who she say? Let it rewind. I said, okay, let me try it again. She ain't say right. I told him I don't know about the Fleshers. I said, what the hell? Child like a dog. Miss Sensitivity says Nell was riding with them hoes last season, so that side chick gets what's coming. Yes. Miss Maria says I would have a headache knowing that I literally had it all at my fingertips and bit the hand that fed me. Ooh, child. Yes. Miss Carla says at the reopening of McDonald. Ooh, child. Miss Candy says even what that crew even CK meant for evil, God will work it out for Mel's good every time. Not the flushers. All I know, Tuna Kane said, she said, I told them I don't know about the flushers. I said, girl, who's she talking about? Is she trying to say the Fletchers or the Flintstones? Baby, who you talking about? I ain't seen them peoples on the show. Child, maybe she come out tonight. Hey, Miss Carla. Miss Carla, we going over there tonight, Miss Carla. Miss Carla, you riding with me tonight? You gonna pick me up? Miss Carla, I done got blocked last week fooling with you. Child ain't gonna let us in this weekend. This week. Child, she gonna get up there. I can't wait. I'm gonna have to hear what she got to say about her, that flesher lady. Miss Maria says, my parents went to Huntsville to visit NASA and really enjoyed themselves. Yeah. Miss Carla says that the said at reopening the food was on ground in the parking lot. It was on the ground in the parking lot. She did set that food on the ground. Cause Martha passed right on by, wouldn't he help a child? Martha said, I ain't about to do that. I think he really don't like that lady in real life, y'all, for real, for real. Miss Sensitivity says Wildebeest and Wildebeest mad cause Marlene was on the show and she got kicked off trying to be a star. Not the star, girl. The star of what? Huh? The star of what? Show one of no show. And show was not. Child, I cannot. That probably was the case though, Miss Carl. Miss Maria says and the potato salad was orange. What the hell? I ain't never seen no orange potato salad. What y'all talking? Girl, the heat done got to turn the potato salad on. Maybe she put some orange food coloring in there, child. I don't know. Y'all know she'll try to mix anything together and throw it together and make it a hot meal for the people that's interested in it and would like to try it. Child. When I seen that there potato and it had so much stuff in it. Child, I said, Lord, that's gonna make you sick. That's gonna make you sick. They're gonna make you sick. Sour cream up there too. Ooh, child. Ooh. I cannot. Maria says, Aunt got the boot because she was trying to be the producer. Not the producer. Miss Carla says, yes, I will be over there. My first question is, did you know that Marcel gave all your loan money to Alana. It's Alonda, not Alana. Miss Carla, now you won't get it right before we get up over there. Alonda. Now that's gonna be your question. Then I'm gonna come right behind you. I'm gonna say, is Martell down there with Alonda in Atlanta? Girl, they gonna kick us out already. That's all I want to know. I could care less about what her and Nell Fletcher is got going on. I just want to know what her and Alonda, because Alonda is living large, child. Alonda told Martha, she said, tuna side hen coleslaw had done popped out. She said, I ain't about to be caught up in no mess like this here, Marcel. And then another thing that was the key to it all, she said, and Tuna Cat heard her say this, she wouldn't willingly mess with a married man. Well, you knew that, Alonda. Lord Martell, come out and tell something. Martell ain't telling nothing, y'all. He's supposed to have so much information. He ain't letting nothing out. He's still quiet on the set with that too. Child, I'm about to be bored with that. I don't want to know now. I'm fed up. I'm fed up and tired. Martell Holt, bring your ashy lip ass up out of here and tell the people what happened yesterday. Where were you? What were you doing? And who were you with? I wants to know. Child, Martell gonna say them folk over there is crazy. I'm not going over there messing with them. Miss Carla, I wish we could put, wait a minute, Miss Carla, maybe we should do 2 questions each and then let it ride. Do them 2 questions and then hit the send button. That's what we're gonna do. My one question gonna be, why is you bringing up something about Marceau with his line and his infidelities? That's my first question. And second question, do you ever get to go down there to see Alonda and Martha? That's all I want to ask. I'm done. I ain't gonna ask nothing else because they gonna block me, y'all. Might already got me blocked. I can't even get back up in there. Thanks to Miss Carla. She told me I could ask a question. Child, just as soon as I asked that question, it was over. Child. Miss Maria, I cannot with you. Well, to the people, Miss Maria says, where's Killboy at? Did the potato unalive him? Girl, I seen him the other day out there on the Instagram. Child, he was ooh, y'all, he nasty too, y'all. He was up there on the Instagram and he had something down there by his private part, and he said tap it. I guess if you tap it, it'll go to playing some music or something. Child, I say ain't nobody about to be tapping on nothing down there where you. Ooh, child. I said the devil is a lie. Hit the button and got right on away from there. Show did. He was sitting down in the chair with his legs toe open, child. I said, well, what the hell? I said, what? I could not, child. I said, I ain't about to do that. I didn't touch that button, child. I kept right. I got away from over there, child. I don't know why he's not up out here on these YouTube streets like he used to be, child. And what's going on with that court case as well? I mean, where's it standing at? Ain't nobody talking about that either, child. It's quiet on the set. I don't like it when these people get quiet on the set. You come out here, you're doing all that flippity flop, 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 and all that kind of stuff. Then you all of a sudden get quiet on the set. Nobody know where you at and what you're doing. I'm sick of that kind of stuff. Miss Patricia T says, Wildebeest is trying to create drama with Marlene, hoping it will help the show. I pray Marlene pays her funky ass dust just like Mel, Miss Van do. That part right there. Miss Carla says, I am going to ask Tuna Cat, how many men did you sleep with in the back of the Buick? And Miss Sassy, we need you to come over there and ask 2 questions. They're going to kick us out, y'all. They're going to block out you know what. I already know they're going to block me. But I'm sure going to ask a question about Alonda. If I can get a question in. Child, I'm going to be down there and type my little stuff, and then I'm going to look at it and go nowhere. I said, oop, I might well leave because they don't block me. Hey, Miss Carla, I bet you she be out there drinking tonight. Miss Carla, I bet you she be out there with some liquid courage again tonight. Miss Maria says they're quiet because they trying to figure out how to spin that shit. Ooh, what to spin the shit? I look like I'm going to have to. Miss Sexy Diva says Killboy helped that wildebeest got kicked off before the show started. Ooh, wait. Well, she was going along with him, so I guess that's how come she couldn't be mad with him long. Um, they think what they doing is funny. He probably said and told them, "Don't mention my name, don't this, don't that, and all that kind of stuff." But yeah, before I get up off of here, they was talking about D Nasty wasn't on the show last week because she was doing something with TikTok. But they were saying that she done took all her little stuff that she had on TikTok down. Charlie, the girl gonna sell any candles, any Big D energy or anything. What is she gonna do? Lord, her Martell Holt been on the run. They have been on the run, child. Them two right there, the one that need to be married. They needs to marry each other, cause they just alike. Birds of a feather fly together. Child, I cannot. But anyway, anywho and anyhow, child. I'm about to get up off here. I've been up here with y'all for a whole hour and a half, child. Y'all know I love it. I love it. Miss Sexy Diva said them funky nasty potatoes were that broke down truck wildebeest. Child, I cannot. Miss Maria says, thanks for dropping in on the live. Hope you enjoyed it. Help us grow. Subscribe, support, share, and join. Until the next time, we wishing y'all love, peace, and hair grease. Absolutely happy Tuesday, y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for popping in. I'm out of here, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Bye.